Hello, audience. Welcome back. It's time to look deeper into a truth many of us ignore. A truth that resonates with every step we take in life. We all have our battles, our struggles, and sometimes we feel as though we are trapped in a maze of our own making. Life seems to build walls around us, challenges that appear insurmountable, as if every decision we make leads us into a dead end, pushing us further into a corner. But what if I told you that this maze, the one that seems like a trap, was not built to keep you stuck? What if I told you that the maze they built, the one that limits your potential, is only a stepping stone? And what if I told you that despite their best efforts, you found the shortcut? That's right, you found a way out, a way through, a way to take control. It's a hard truth to accept because we have been taught all our lives that life is about struggle, that success is only for those who endure the pain, who suffer through the trials. And so we walk through the maze, step after step, grinding through obstacles, believing we are trapped. We think we are cursed to wander, doomed to follow the same path with no way out. We start to lose hope, thinking that all our efforts are in vain. But the reality is far different. The truth is that life is not about following a set path. It's not about blindly walking the course laid out for you by others. You see, they built the maze, but they didn't build it for you to stay in it. They built it because they thought you would never figure out how to escape. They believed you would be too weak, too comfortable, too scared of the unknown to break free. But that's where they made their mistake. They underestimated you. They forgot one thing. They cannot control your mind, your will, your determination. They cannot predict how far you're willing to go to claim your freedom. You are not trapped. You are not bound by their rules, by their limitations. No. You are the one who gets to decide how far you will go. When everyone else is lost, confused, and wandering aimlessly, you will be the one who sees the path they missed. You will be the one who finds the shortcut, the path that no one else could see, because you are willing to look deeper, to push further, to risk it all. While the world is caught in a never-ending loop of confusion, you will break free and soar above the walls they built around you. But let's be clear about something. Finding the shortcut doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean that the journey ahead will be any less difficult. No, it will be harder than anything you faced before, because now you are no longer following the path. You are forging your own. The maze was built to keep you within its confines, to force you to follow the rules. But the shortcut is where you take control of your fate, where you stop playing by their rules and start creating your own. You might be scared. I know you are. Fear is a constant companion when you step into the unknown. But let me tell you this, that fear you feel is not there to stop you. It's there to challenge you, to make sure you are serious about taking this shortcut. It's a test. And the only question is, will you answer it? Will you face the fear head on and keep moving forward? Will you allow the darkness to consume you? Or will you rise above it, showing the world what you're truly made of? You see, the maze they built was never meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you. It was meant to push you to the point where you would have no choice but to grow, to evolve, to find that shortcut. And now that you've found it, now that you've discovered that you don't need to follow the same path, the same struggles as everyone else, the real test begins, because now you have to walk the path of your own making. There are no guarantees, no promises. You will be alone at times. There will be no cheering crowds, no accolades, no applause. It will just be you and the shortcut and the journey you must take. When everyone else is lost, when they are struggling to find their way, you will be the one who walks with purpose. While they keep moving in circles, you will be ahead, and you will watch them, still trapped in the maze, They believe they cannot escape, while you push forward into a new world. But understand this, the shortcut is not for the faint of heart. The world will challenge you. It will throw obstacles in your way that seem impossible to overcome. It will try to force you back into the maze, to make you doubt your choice. It will tell you that you cannot succeed, that you are not strong enough, not smart enough. It will try to make you question everything. But remember this, you found the shortcut because you are capable. You found it because you have what it takes to rise above. The world is not going to hand you anything. No one is going to congratulate you for finding the shortcut, for breaking free from the maze. But that's okay, because this journey was never about seeking validation. It was about claiming your own power, your own destiny. When you find the shortcut, you are no longer bound by anyone else's expectations. You are no longer trapped by their limitations. You are free. And that freedom, that's what they fear. They fear what will happen when you realize you don't need the maze anymore. They fear what will happen when you start to live on your own terms, when you stop letting others dictate your path. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? They built the maze thinking it would contain you, but it only created a worry. It only made you stronger, smarter, sharper. It only made you realize that you're capable of far more than they ever gave you credit for. So don't stop now. Don't get comfortable. Keep moving forward. The shortcut you found is not the end of your journey. It's only the beginning. The path ahead is uncertain, but it's yours to take. No one else can walk it for you. No one else can tell you how far you can go. You are the master of your own fate. And as long as you stay true to that, there is no maze in the world that can ever trap you again. Remember this, they built the maze, but you found the shortcut. And that's the most powerful thing you will ever know. You are not defined by the walls they built around you. You are defined by your ability to break free, to rise above, and to forge your own path. So go ahead, walk that path, and let the world watch as you rise. Because when you rise, when you break free, when you walk the path that no one else dares to walk, the world will take notice. They will see that you've become something they never expected. You will no longer be just another face in the crowd, another nameless, faceless figure wandering the maze. Number. You will become something more. Something that others can't help but respect. Something that will inspire. But let me make one thing clear. This journey will not be easy. It will never be easy. Life will throw obstacles at you that will seem impossible to overcome. There will be moments when you will question everything you've done. There will be moments when you will wonder whether it was worth it to take that shortcut. The weight of doubt will bear down on your shoulders, and it will feel like the world is conspiring against you. In those moments, it will feel like the walls are closing in, and you'll wonder whether it would have been easier to just stay in the maze. But let me tell you this, those moments are the test. They are the moments when you will either choose to stand tall or fall back into the comfort of what is familiar. And that is the hardest decision you will ever make. The shortcut you found, that path that no one else saw, was never meant to be the easy road. It was meant to be the road that challenges you to rise above your limitations. It was meant to take you to the edge of your strength, your will, your power, and force you to confront the deepest parts of yourself. When you're standing on the edge of doubt, on the precipice of failure, that is when you will discover who you really are. It's in those moments that you'll realize whether you have the strength to keep pushing, to keep moving forward. You won't be able to rely on anyone else's validation, anyone else's approval. The shortcut requires you to dig deep within yourself and find the courage, the resilience, and the determination to keep going when everything else tells you to stop. This is where the true journey begins. The shortcut you discovered was only the gateway, the opening to a new chapter. But now, you are the one who must walk through it. You are the one who must take each step with conviction, with purpose, even when the world tells you it's not possible. When they laugh at your ambitions, when they tell you that you're foolish to believe you can rise above, that is when you must stand taller than ever. Because the only thing standing between you and greatness is the belief that you can achieve it. And if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else will. When you take the shortcut, you're not just taking a path that others can't see. You're taking a path that will require you to become the best version of yourself. The world may have built a maze of limitations, but you found a shortcut because you have something special. You have vision, you have determination, and most importantly, you have the power to make choices. Every single choice you make from this point on will determine who you become. It's not about where you've come from, what you've been through, or what anyone else thinks of you. It's about where you choose to go and what you choose to become. If you want to rise above the maze, if you want to be more than what the world expects of you, then you must act with courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward in spite of it. When you found that shortcut, when you took that first step towards your freedom, you didn't know what would happen next. You didn't know how the world would react, what would be waiting for you, or how difficult the road would be. But you stepped forward anyway. You embraced the uncertainty. You chose to trust in yourself. And that is what will carry you through every storm, every challenge, every obstacle that stands in your way. The shortcut requires that you never settle for mediocrity. The maze they built was designed to keep you small, to keep you average, to keep you within the bounds of what's comfortable. But comfort does not create greatness. Comfort does not create transformation. If you want to rise, you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to push past the fears, the doubts, the limitations that have held you back for so long. The maze is where everyone else is playing it safe, where everyone else is afraid to take risks. But the shortcut, that's where the bold go. That's where the warriors go. That's where those who are willing to risk it all, who are willing to bet on themselves, find their destiny. And when you find that shortcut, when you choose to take it, you will understand that the true power lies not in the destination, but in the journey. Every step you take, every obstacle you overcome, will mold you into someone unrecognizable. You will become stronger, sharper, more resilient. The more you push through, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. You will start to see the world differently. What once seemed like barriers will become challenges to conquer. What once seemed like walls will become stepping stones. And when the world tells you that you can't go any further, that's when you'll know you're getting closer. Because the shortcut is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who are willing to risk everything to create the life they've always dreamed of. But remember this, it's not just about finding the shortcut, it's about what you do with it once you find it. There are many who have found a shortcut and squandered it because they lacked the discipline, the focus, or the commitment to see it through. Just because you found the shortcut doesn't mean the journey will be easy. It's going to require everything you have. You must put in the work. You must stay disciplined. You must stay focused. You must be willing to sacrifice the comfort of the maze to create the life that others only dream of. And that is where most people fail. Most people will find the shortcut and then hesitate. They will question themselves. They will doubt the path they've chosen. They will see others around them stuck in the maze and wonder whether it would be easier to go back, to follow the crowd. They will start to lose faith in themselves. They will look for excuses to stop. But that's when you have to dig deeper. That's when you have to remind yourself why you chose the shortcut in the first place. You didn't choose it because it was easy. You chose it because you wanted something more. You chose it because you wanted to rise above. And in those moments of doubt, when the world seems to conspire against you, that's when you must hold firm to your vision. You see, the real power of the shortcut is that it separates you from the crowd. It forces you to face your fears head on, to confront the parts of yourself that you've tried to ignore. And it's in those moments when everything feels like it's falling apart, when the weight of the world is pressing down on your shoulders, that you will either rise or fall. The shortcut is not just a path to success, it's a path to self-mastery. It's a path to understanding who you are, what you're capable of, and how far you can really go. But here's the thing. The shortcut is only available to those who are willing to fight for it. You have to fight against your own doubts, your own fears, and the voices that tell you it's not worth it. You have to fight against the pressures of society, the expectations of others, and the limitations that the world tries to impose on you. The maze they built is designed to make you conform, to make you stay small, to make you play by their rules. But the shortcut is where you make your own rules. It's where you decide who you will be. It's where you take control of your destiny and refuse to let anyone stand in your way. So, I challenge you now. Don't stop. Don't look back. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't rise above. You found the shortcut because you have what it takes to break free. You found it because you're strong enough to face whatever comes your way. And now, it's time to prove it. It's time to rise above the maze and let the world watch as you become the person they never expected. Keep moving forward. Keep pushing. Keep breaking through. And no matter what happens, remember this. They built the maze, but you found the shortcut. And that's all that matters. You found the shortcut. They built the maze, but you discovered the route that no one else could see. The path that led you to your destiny. When you made that choice, when you dared to step away from the maze that was designed to contain you, you took the first step towards something bigger than anyone could have imagined. The maze may have been constructed to break you, to hold you down, but the shortcut, that unexpected path, was meant to show you that you were never meant to be ordinary. You were always destined for something more. People often talk about fate, destiny, and luck. They speak of these things as though they are out of our control, as if we are helpless to their whims. But what they don't understand is that destiny is not a matter of waiting for something to happen to you. It's a matter of creating your own fate. You see, destiny isn't a path that is laid out for you by someone else. It's the trail you blaze, the steps you take in defiance of the maze, the willingness to walk down the road that scares everyone else away. The shortcut is not just a symbol of your ability to rise above. It is proof that you have the power to take control, to carve out your own future in this world, and no one can take that from you. When you begin to realize this, when you truly understand the magnitude of the shortcut you've found, your perspective on life changes. The things that once seemed so important, the things that used to weigh you down, no longer hold the same weight. The shortcuts are not just a way to bypass the challenges. They are a revelation of how much power you truly have to rewrite the story of your life. And this is where most people fail. They find a shortcut, but get caught up in fear, in doubt, in the comfort of staying where they are. They see the path in front of them, but are too afraid to walk it, too afraid to embrace the unknown. But you walked it. You took the step when it mattered, and you opened the door to a life they never believed possible. Every moment, every choice you've made to walk this path has been a choice to embrace uncertainty, to take ownership of your journey. That is a power few people ever truly realize. Everyone else remains stuck in their maze, trapped by their own fear, their own doubt, their own insecurities. The world will tell you that the maze is the only way. It will tell you that there are no shortcuts, that you must follow the same rules, the same steps, the same prescribed path that everyone else has followed. But you know the truth. The truth is that there is always another way. There is always a shortcut, a way out, a route that will lead you to a place that others can only dream of. And it is this truth that gives you power. The power to create, to change, and to rise. When you walk the shortcut, when you move past the boundaries that others have accepted as their limits, you enter a new realm of possibility. You are no longer confined by the norms of society or the rules they have set for you. You are no longer just another player in the game. You become the game changer. You become the person who has the courage to challenge the status quo, to defy the limits placed on you, and to create something entirely new. And this is where your power lies. This is where your greatness emerges. When you begin to operate in the space of infinite possibility, when you understand that you have the power to shape your own destiny. But don't misunderstand this. The shortcut is not a guarantee. It's not an easy path to success or fulfillment. Far from it. The shortcut is a tool, a vehicle to get you from where you are to where you want to go. But it will require everything from you. It will demand your courage, your persistence, your resilience, and your unwavering belief that you are worthy of the greatness that awaits you. The shortcut won't hand you success. It will only lead you to the threshold. You will have to walk through that threshold, and when you do, you will encounter challenges, doubts, and resistance. But here's the thing. You've already shown yourself that you have the ability to overcome those challenges. You've already proven that you can defy the odds, that you can find the way when everyone else is lost. You've already conquered the hardest part, stepping into the unknown. What comes next is a test of your will. The shortcut is a reflection of your ability to break free from the confines of the ordinary. But now you must prove it to yourself. You must continue to walk with purpose, to walk with conviction, and to walk with the knowledge that you've already made it further than anyone ever expected. The maze is still there. It still exists. The world will continue to try and push you back into it. But you're not the same person you were when you first entered. The person you were when you started the journey is gone. You've evolved, you've learned, and you've grown into someone who can walk confidently on the path that others fear to tread. That is the power of the shortcut. Now, it's time to go even further. You've already broken free of the maze, but what comes next is the most important part of the journey. The shortcut leads you to freedom, but it's what you do with that freedom that matters. You can't just stand still. You can't rest on your laurels and expect things to fall into place. The shortcut gave you an opportunity, but now you must make the most of it. You have to use it to create something extraordinary. You must use the space you've carved out for yourself to make your mark on the world. This is where the real work begins. When you've found the shortcut, you have the privilege of stepping outside of the ordinary. You have the privilege of being different, of thinking differently, of doing things that others can't or won't. And that's a power that most people can't even imagine. To live outside the maze is to embrace the freedom of possibility. It is to create your own vision, to chart your own course, and to build the life that you've always dreamed of. But here's the most important truth I want you to take away from this. The shortcut does not give you permission to stop. It doesn't give you permission to relax or become complacent. The shortcut is a challenge. It's a challenge to do more, to push further, to reach higher, and to never stop believing in your ability to create the life you want. It's easy to get lost in the maze, to fall into the trap of thinking that everything is out of your control, that you have no power over your circumstances. But you've proven that wrong. You've already shown that you have the power to find the shortcut, to defy the odds, and to break free. And now, you must use that power to keep moving forward. Every single person who has ever achieved anything truly great has faced the temptation to stop. They've faced moments where the path seemed too hard, too long, or too uncertain. They've had moments of doubt, moments where they wondered if the struggle was worth it. But what separates those who rise from those who fall is their refusal to quit. It is their commitment to moving forward, no matter how difficult the road becomes, no matter how many obstacles lie in their way. They know that the only way to fail is to stop trying. They know that the shortcut they found is just the beginning of an even greater journey. And now, it's your turn. You've already taken the hardest step. You've already proven to yourself that you are capable of greatness. You've already shown that you have the power to break free from the maze and find your own path. Now, it's time to show the world what happens when someone walks that path with purpose, with determination, and with a heart full of belief in themselves. The maze may have been built to hold you down, but you've risen above it. And that is the legacy you will leave behind. That is the story you will tell. So, don't ever stop. Don't ever doubt your ability to keep rising, because the world may have built the maze, but you found the shortcut. And that's all that matters. In the end, the maze they built was never meant to break you. It was meant to reveal your strength. You found the shortcut because you dared to believe in your own power, to rise above the limitations placed upon you. And now, you walk a path that few have the courage to take. Remember this: your journey is not defined by the maze, but by the choices you make to break free from it. So continue moving forward, keep pushing the boundaries, and let the world witness your rise, because you've already proven that you are unstoppable. The shortcut was just the beginning, and now you hold the power to create a future greater than anyone ever imagined. Keep going.